Good morning, y'all. What's going on? What's up? A little bit of a later day. Today, I got a little bit of extra sleep last night. And I didn't go to the gym this morning. I just trained at home. So I'm finishing off now with my cardio after my strength training. So when I came to say good morning to the crew, to the fam, see who pops up here. Get out of the sun too. It's freaking sunny here, man. My goodness. This is the golf course here. Yeah. Live near a country club. Good morning, gang. Good morning, y'all. Get a little bit more shade here. I'll be able to see y'all. Now, I gotta tell you, last night was ugly. There's no denying that, right? Last night must have been the comebacks, the epic comebacks in high-scoring games, because I don't know if you noticed, not only the Yankees, but the Colorado Rockies were down 9-0 to the Pirates, and they came back and won 17-16 over the freaking Pirates. So what a night for comebacks yesterday. Rockies and the Marlins. And the Marlins are all of a sudden a pretty hot team. So the Yankees cannot afford to take them lightly, okay? But yeah, a lot of our new guys did not get off to a good start. Our three relievers, even though David Bednar was better than the other two, he got hit. He came back nicely in the next inning and shut them down. So I give him that. And then Jose Caballero came in, stole that base, and scored on Ryan McMahon's go-ahead hit. But then he made that error that led to 2 runs that allowed the Marlins to score. So his defense offset his speed and base running. So there's that. So these guys did not get off to a good first impression. Ryan McMahon's been nothing short of fantastic, right? And I'm hoping that we can get a little bit more Ahmed Rosario, a little bit more Austin Slater in here now too. Today we got Yuri Perez versus Cam Schlittler, and I think tomorrow it's Max Fried versus Cabrera. And you give me your take, folks. And I gotta say this. Yeah, they had a crappy loss last night. They scored 12 runs, great, but they gave up 13. Nothing can change. Nothing can do to change that. And there's so many people trashing the deadline moves after one game, right? Now, at least from my perspective, now Matt Blake has something to work with here, okay? Now he knows how to work with these guys, right? And that's something I'm going to pay special attention to, and how these other guys are deployed too. And can't speak for everybody else, but I am not going to focus on getting kicked in the teeth last night, right? The knockdown. I'm going to focus on how they get up and rebound from this. That's going to tell us more about the type of team that they are moving forward with a new roster, a new lineup, a new bullpen, and so on and so forth. So people can harp on and people doing it all last night, right? The Twitter narratives and the talking points, and don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, blah, 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 right? Okay. And all this BS. So, people entitled, go right ahead. Feel how they want to feel, that's cool. I'm just looking for something different. I'm looking to see how they respond to this after getting kicked in the teeth last night. That's going to tell me more. I don't know if it's going to tell you more. So, doesn't excuse what happened last night, but what am I going to do, spend all day blaming them? Looking at me, fire, boom. We had the Fire Boone Brigade out last night. We had, this guy's a bust. Told him, I thought these guys were good pitchers. I thought they were. It's one game, folks. One game, okay? Now Matt Blake has an idea of what he needs to do to help make them better. So that's what we have to work with. That's what they have to work with. And I'm hoping people are understanding of this too. But doesn't mean we can't be frustrated. Of course we can. Can't be. And just like people last night in the live stream, don't tell me how to fan. Nobody's really telling you how to fan. You're telling them how to play. You're telling Cashman how to gym. You're telling Boone how to manage. Okay? So don't be surprised if you're called out on don't tell me how to fan while you're telling these folks how to do their job. Right? Not everybody's going to agree with the don't tell me how to fan narrative. So that's why You know, that's why the open discussions are so important. That's why it's important to get the perspectives of everybody, and not just the narratives from Twitter and the talking points from a couple of people who don't play the game or have never played the game, right? Too sunny here, I can't see you guys. You give me your take, gang. Again, did last night suck? Yes. There were some bright spots? Yeah. Ryan McMahon, bright spot. Anthony Volpe, bright spot. Bullpen, not so much. It would have been nice to get some more length from Carlos Rodon, too. But we didn't get that. He didn't even get through the 5 innings. So, that didn't help us much. And, you know. And again, will it be good to have Fernando Cruz back? Yeah. Even Mark Ladder? Yeah. Aaron Judge? Yeah. Having some of the OGs back is going to help the lineup. It's going to help the bullpen. And, you know, releasing Stroman was a necessary move yesterday. I wish it didn't happen like that, but they need to do it. Okay? And then they're going to make another roster move tomorrow to clear a spot for Luis Hill, who's going to be pitching tomorrow. So probably, I'm guessing, it's going to be Johnny Loaiza probably get DFA'd. They've already sent down Ian Hamilton. They've already sent down Yuri De Los Santos. So somebody's going to go tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Good morning, gang. What's going on? Ken, what do you know, my man? So, it's a crappy loss, right? We know this. Excuse me. But, you know, what are you focused on? I'm personally looking for the comeback. How they rebound from this. Not how hard they got kicked in the teeth last night. Can't change that, right? How they come back from this, how they rebound more than anything else. It's going to tell us whether this team has got it, what they need moving forward, right? So, that's what I'm most interested in. You let me know what your takes are, dude. I'm Brandon. I am confident they'll win the division too, right? So, and again, there are things they need to do, right? They need to stay healthy. They need to perform, right? They have to be consistent. Good morning. Yeah. How you doing, pup? Big giant dog. So, they've got to be consistent. And they have got to make adjustments in the bullpen. We need more length from Carlos Rodon, right? We need Aaron Judge to come back and be productive. And even Trent Grisham. Another one. I'm glad they kept him. So I'm glad they kept Ben Rice, kept a key pinch hit yesterday. So, but again, the new guys, we need the guys to obviously be better. I'm confident they will. We need Jose Caballero to be better. Yeah, I'm confident he will too. I don't know what it was. Whether it's nerves, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. We need him to be better after last night. Right? No. It is one game at a time. Yeah. Yeah, it is one game at a time. No. Whatever you say, Frank. Okay? This is one game after the trade deadline. The guys haven't even had an adjustment period yet, right? And there is an adjustment period coming to New York. Okay? There is. Doesn't matter what Fairweather fan channels say. Doesn't matter what the guys at WFAN say. Doesn't matter what the people, the Twitter narrative say. Okay? Doesn't matter. There is an adjustment period. This is a common sense thing for people who come to New York. Very rarely does somebody come on, and Ryan McMahon is one of the exceptions this year. Came on and kind of adopted and has played well since he's been here. Right? Just confirming that we made a good choice for Ryan McMahon. So, bullpen is loaded, right? I'm not sweating it either. You know, it doesn't make last night suck any less. It does suck. And again, I'm sure these guys are pissed off that they got up to, not a good first impression. So I'm sure these guys are motivated to make it right. So, and I'm looking forward to when that happens. And that's what I'm spending my energy on. I'm not spending my energy on trashing Cashman, trashing Boone like so many other people are doing. The rants. I need to rant today. They rant every other day. Right? Even when they win. They didn't win by enough. Just ridiculous rants. Right? Yeah, I think Rosario getting some playing time would be a good idea. And Slater would be a good idea too. You know, I don't know how often Stanton. I mean, I think they'll alternate Stanton and Slater while Judge is kind of easing himself back into DH, and then he'll eventually get some outfield reps too. So I don't know. So yep. So we'll see how often he plays. We'll see. The bullpen will rebound. They'll make their adjustments. They have to. And again, they're set up for beyond 2025 as well. They've got all these back for multiple years, right? And that's a key component. How you doing, Pop? That's a key component as well. Well, who did he leave in too long? Boom, Lorenzo. Who did he leave in too long? I think Caballero will rebound nicely. You know? And these guys were clearly angry yesterday at their performance, so. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, too. They're going to figure out their new roles here. I mean, added 3 guys to the bullpen. They're going to figure this out. It's going to take a little bit of time. Right? No. Doesn't matter what content creators say. Narratives on Twitter. Doesn't matter what any of these folks say, including myself. Okay? They will need some time to adjust. It's been a day. One day. Transparency. What's happening, my man? Well, I don't know. Rodon had like 107 or 108 pitches in the 5th inning, so that was, you know, he was definitely not efficient last night, unfortunately. So I understand why they took him out. So, and especially with all the additions they had in the bullpen, he was confident that was not going to happen last night. Who would have thunk that was going to happen? But it did. So, got to move on. Today's another day. I think they play at 4 o'clock today. So, there's like 50 games left. And they got lucky last night, too, with the Toronto Blue Jays losing. Yeah, it is what it is, Caskets. Like, I'm sure these guys are all pissed. You know, they're going to get into the lab. They're going to work with Blake. They're going to work with, with each other. And they're going to figure out how to get better here. So, these guys are all high-end relievers. One game doesn't really change that. Yep. So, these guys also have big arms. But they need to figure out. Blake's got to help them figure out how to locate it. Which is what I liked what I saw from Bednar. After he got hit in when he first came in, he came back the following inning and got through it clean. So that was an encouraging sign to me. And like I said, Volpe, he's been playing fantastic since the All-Star break. Ryan McMahon's been sensational since he's been here. Right? But people can spend all the time they want. They can rant all day today and say how bad they are, like they're doing all last night and this morning. Go right ahead. Go ahead. If people need to have tantrums 10 times a day to make them feel better, go right ahead. Okay? It's wasted energy to me. Yeah, if it was jitters, nerves, maybe so. I don't know. I can't speak for them. Nobody can. So, and again, we ran into a hot team. The Marlins are hot now. So, that's the other thing, too. The Marlins, they were not giving up that game last night. They were relentless. And kudos to the Marlins for what they did. You got to tip my hat to them, too. And it is, that's baseball. Just like I said, look at the Rockies-Pirates game yesterday. Rockies were down 9-0. They came back and won 17-16. Complete insanity. Bednar, yeah, I mean, he's a bulldog too, Bednar. He was happy that he came back and, came back the following inning. The other guys didn't get an opportunity to. Jake Bird, I'm sure he feels awful. You have the grand slam. I'm sure he feels awful. Duvall, you have the loss. Colorado's defense did not help them. Okay, so 4 guys yesterday. But again, we can spend all day blaming the 4 guys. I'm looking for how well they come back or rebound from this. That's more important to me. Right? And again, like I said, I can't speak to everybody. Can't speak for everybody. SGA, what's happening? Yeah, I mean, we'll see how Rodon does moving forward, right? You know, and they tried to get another starter. They tried to. Thankfully, they have Luis Hill coming back, and they have Ryan Yarbrough. So that if Luis Hill takes the rotation spot, if he does, maybe Cam Schlittler gets moved to the bullpen. Maybe Ryan Yarbrough gets moved to the bullpen, right? Which gives guys like Rodon more protection. So if he only gets through the 4th inning, these guys can come in and throw another 4. That way they're not using everybody in the bullpen. That's the whole point of long relief. That's why I've been talking about it for years. The benefit of long relief. If you have guys that can provide that, it's a security blanket that not everybody has. You know, especially since we're out. We've been out Hill all year. We're out Schmidt. We're out Cole. A lot of our big starters were out these guys. They're not coming back until next year. So that's not an easy thing to come back. That would be like, you know, the Tigers losing Tarek Skubal and losing whoever else. Flaherty, right? Or the Rangers losing DeGrom and Evaldi. Yeah. That's what it's like. That's what look at the Diamondbacks. Since they lost Corbin Burns, right? They haven't been the same. It does matter. Well, exactly. Exactly. Great point. They were all excited that they made these moves at the deadline, and now they're poo-pooing the moves that they asked for. It's fair weather people, man. I'm telling you, man. That's why I call this stuff out on a regular basis. People have their opinion. You want to be fair with them? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah, exactly. We didn't give up a single top 5 prospect. So this is a significant deadline, and it's going to take more than 1 day to see what the Yankees actually have. Right? Well, the first day, not good. We understand that for some of those guys. It is what it is, right? How are they going to rebound from this? How they make adjustments? Because they'd have to make adjustments. That's the bigger thing to look for. That's going to tell us more about what happened last night than anything else. That's why I don't listen to the fair of the creators. I don't listen to any of them. It's a waste of time. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it was my wife's birthday, so yeah, exactly. But at least she had a great day, so that's all that matters too. That was most important. Yeah, you got that right, Brandon. But again, people can do whatever they want. Use narratives, talking points. They can say, "Don't tell me how to fan," while I'm telling Boone how to manage, while I'm telling Cashman how to GM, while I'm telling player how to play, while I'm telling Hal how to own. I mean, the hypocrisy is just comical, but people can go all day. Right? Beagle, what's happening, man? Yeah, well, it was a mess, but we're looking to see how they rebound from this. Beagle. That's, to me, is more important than anything else. SGA, what's up, SGA? Yeah, I mean, the Giants beat the Mets yesterday in extras. That ridiculous Rockies Pirates comeback win was crazy. 85 degrees. Yeah, it's hot, man. That's why I'm standing under the trees here to try and stay out of the sun. So it is hot over here, and I'll go inside in a minute too. Well, yeah, we need Wells to play better. Volpe's already playing better. He just got more attitude now. Like something has clicked on him with him. So maybe these guys are lighting a fire under his ass now too. Caballero and Rosario, and good. Maybe that needs to happen. Hopefully he continues to do that. So it was a good walk off by the Marlins, man. Terrible loss by the Yankees. That's it. I don't need to bitch about it for 24 hours. It's simple. That happened. Can't change it, right? No. Got to figure out how to make the adjustments and come back. Put our head down, buckle down, just get it done. People can tantrum all day and all night if they want. Go right ahead. Who did he play out of position, Billo? A short, yeah, exactly. That's a great one. You need a short memory. That's right. I remember. That's a great one, Murder's Row. People ask Mariano Rivera what you need to have to be successful as a closer. You need a short memory. Damn right. Fans, of course, are going to try to make them remember 50 times a day, right? Because that is productive in where? Not here. But that's somehow effective to them. I need to dig. I need to be heard. Right? I need to be real. Right? Whatever. Same, SJ. Appreciate you, man. No, but yeah, I hope Cam pitches well today. I really do. Yeah, man, Rivera too. He got hit hard a couple times. He gave up some walk-offs too in the playoffs and in the World Series in the regular season. He got booed also, but he shook it off and he came back and he kept going. We need the Yankees to do the same thing. Well, exactly. What is real? Exactly, Ken. Because people keep saying, right? We gotta call this out. We gotta be real, right? Call what out? They didn't lose for lack of effort yesterday. Well, we don't know yet, Silver. They have to figure out. Should have. Doesn't matter. Should have. That won't always be the case. But it's one game. It's one game. They wanted Caballero's speed in the outfield. So, it is what it is. Caballero made the error. Led to some runs. When he was on base, he scored. He stole a base and he scored, so he did have this part there. But I'm sure he's going to rebound too. He has to. And again, he's a utility player. He's the guy that's going to play infield and outfield. So, and haven't we been talking about, well, if Ben Rice leaves, then we need to move Bellinger first, right? Haven't we been talking about that for months? Haven't so many people been talking about? Well, there you go. So, was he really playing out of position? Or was he playing out of position that people have been asking him to play for a long time to replace Goldschmidt? Yeah, man. Mariano did come back from ACL surgery. Came out on top, man. But got to have a short memory. Got to move on. That's it. Ken, you're the man. Exactly. It's a crock of crap. Exactly. Whatever. I love when people who've never played the game and don't understand the game are the most vocal and the most critical of these folks. How these people coming out from Twitter yesterday, all this stuff like, don't tell me you're one of the people in the boom, or you're one of the people in the Matt Blake is great, whatever, something ridiculous. Talking about. I asked the guy, did anybody tell you that these guys were going to be fantastic the day they came here? Of course, he didn't answer that. He tried to pivot. He tried to tag a bunch of his friends to come after me. None of it worked. Winning for Munson, that's right, man. Yeah, it's 4:10 today, so. But let's go, gang. Let's shake it off. Go have a great morning and a great day. We'll be back later with a lineup. Let's freaking go, Yankees. Let's will this team back where he needs to be. Come on.